Hi guys, Declan here again. We're going to talk about today's episode 6, I think it is, and how to build a studio on a budget. Today we're going to talk about DAWs, DAWs, digital audio workstations. When I started using Cubase back in the day. We got a talking 30 years ago. I went on from that to using MPC 2500 and maybe a synth or two, maybe some effects units, lexicon effects units. Since then, I've been using Logic. I've been using Logic since Logic 5. We're on Logic 11 now or something. I find Logic is really economical for someone who's starting out because it's $200. It's basically $200 for Logic, and you get everything in it. This is Logic here. This is a track I'm working on at the moment, Sound and Vision. And basically everything you need in Logic is basically, you don't need to be buying. You see, these are all the plugins you get with Logic. Yeah, you get your amps, delays, distortions, dynamic EQ filters. You get tons of synths, tons of effects, and you get lots and lots of stuff. I don't have a lot of effects. We go into effects and different plugins and stuff on another video, but I don't have tons of different. You get some people saying, go out and buy all these. You see some guys making house music, electronic music, and they've got like 20 grand worth of plugins. You don't need all them plugins. The plugins you get with your DAW are well enough to make an electronic music. It's not, you don't need all these big money plugins. Honestly, you do not. When we get to the plugins page, you'll be amazed with the plugins I use to get a really good sound out of it as well. So that's Logic. I'll just get out of that. That's $200 for Logic. Now, I also use Reason. I find Reason very good. I used to use racks, a lot of racks back in the day when I had hardware equipment. And I love Reason for the fact that you can build your own racks and so on. I won't go into it here because we haven't got a lot of time. You can build your own racks, and the sound quality is phenomenal on Reason. A lot of people say the sounds are different here, the sound is different, but I think Logic, FL Studio, Ableton, Cubase, they all sound very the same. The sound, I could never get that when people say the sound is different, they all sound the same. The only one I find the sound is different is Reason. Now, I use Reason within Logic. I use Reason as a plugin. So I use some of their plugins because Reason is quite cheap. I've had it since Reason 5 or 6 again. I've been using Reason for a long time. So, the upgrades weren't that expensive. I mean, basically you're talking about, I think I got Reason all in. You're looking about $200-300. But the packs that come with it and their effects units are phenomenal. The Dr. Rex, the looper is amazing. So again, but the sound quality in Reason is different than all the other DAWs. The sound quality is just more crisp. It sounds just more, that little bit louder, more gain. It sounds better. The quality is better, I think, the sound, which is very strange because unless you hear it for yourself, you realize it. Okay, I'm trying to get through this video quick, so be under 5 minutes. So now, other DAWs you have, like Ableton. I used Ableton for a good while, a long time ago. I don't like Ableton. I don't like the audio, the graphical user interface on Ableton. In other words, how it looks, all the lines and all. Some people love it. I will tell you one thing. Ableton is amazing with push. The push controller is phenomenal. I love that push controller. And I wish Logic, if you're out there, please bring out a controller for Logic, something like push for Logic, because we have the live loops now. And why doesn't Apple or any like Akai or any of these guys bring out controller for Logic? I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. But you can see here, Live Suite it's on sale at the moment because we're on Black Friday, but it's usually $599, yeah, $600, yeah. That's a lot of money, man, for the DAW, you know? And you're not buying this one and this one, because this one is shit. This one, you're not going to get all the packs, but this one, you get the full suite. But look at the price of it. You know, it's double the price to this. This is even more expensive, 279, than Logic. Logic is 199. You know what I mean? So I don't get it. FL Studio, I haven't used it enough to know. I know a lot of young guys use it, particularly in the hip hop game. And listen, it's not that. It's kind of similar price to Ableton. I think it's a little bit pricey, but at the same time, if it makes you happy, go with it. I don't know too much about it, so I'm not going to talk into something that I don't know about. I'm just going to talk about the stuff that I do know about. And it's these DAWs, and you know, fuck it, we've gone into 5 minutes now, we might as well talk about it. So Ableton is yeah, it's just, I think for me, I left Ableton and I went back to Logic because I just didn't like the graphical user interface in Ableton, and I love the loop, you know, the live loop, the loops, and then how you can put it onto the range window. And I think Apple took a long time to copy them in Logic, and you know, Apple should have done that in Apple and in Logic 10. They waited too long to do it. Anyway, they did it. But yeah, Ableton is good with Push. I really like the Push platform. The Push is amazing and it really works well. But on its own, I just think Ableton's very expensive for someone, you know, someone who's starting off, or someone who's, you know, I mean, 599. I mean, that's if you've got a budget of $2,000 to set up your recording, you're setting up your studio. That's a quarter of your budget gone, more than a quarter of your budget gone. You know, I'd go with Logic. You know, I really would, or Reason in that case. Yeah, but back to Logic. I wish Apple would come up with an actual controller for Logic. I really would, because they need to do it. Please, Apple, if you're listening, make a controller. If you listen here, make a controller for Logic, like, you know, a push style controller for Logic or Akai. If there's anybody listening out there, please, we need a controller like that. It'll be amazing. I mean, at the moment, I'm using the Novation to control, and it's okay, you know what I mean, but I like to have the knobs and the sliders and that, you know. And surely there's somebody out there who can build a controller for Logic, you know, particularly with the live loops now, and you know, it needs to be done. But yeah, I think Logic is probably, for me, it's the best one. It's because I've used it so long. But there is a lot of really good hardware control DAWs out there with MPC. The MPC X is a really good one. It's not that expensive now. Listen, you've also got this bad boy here, Machina. This is Machina 3. Machina, you can just use that to make music. That's all you need, is that, and maybe a small keyboard controller, but that's all you need. You know, you don't need to be going out there spending thousands and thousands on DAWs and on plugins. And again, we'll get into plugins in another video. But you do not need to go down that road. So trust me, start off with something. And Logic is very easy to use. There's plenty of tutorials out there. Ableton also, Reason. There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube about using your DAW and how to use it from day one to day 0. So yeah, so that's my advice, guys. If you've got $200, €199, go for Logic. 200 euros, man. That's nothing compared to 600 euros for Ableton Live, you know. And it's, you know, I think it's more economical, and it's a better DAW as well for me anyway, you know. So yeah, that's my opinion on DAWs, digital audio workstations. And we'll get into, on a later date, plugins. These bad boys here, plugins. Effects plugins, synth plugins, drum machine plugins, all types of plugins. Again, you do not need all these big expensive plugins to make music, to make quality music. It is bullshit what some of the people are. A lot of these people out there are telling you, buy this, buy that, because they're being paid to say so, man. You do not need all these. You don't need to be spending 3 grand on effects packs and all that. You know, I'll give an example, right? No, I won't. I'll wait till the plugin video. So listen, guys, that's my video for today. That's my take on it. I hope you enjoyed, and please do me a favor. Please subscribe. If you're on TikTok, please follow. I need more followers. I need more subscribers to try and build this channel up. So if you're, I noticed there's at least 1,000 people watching the videos, and nobody's subscribing, nobody's following. So please, if you watch the video, do me a favor. Press the subscribe button, or the like button, or on TikTok or on Instagram. Just follow me, and you'll get these videos first. Appreciate it, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.